that stuff. I'm gonna tie it in, but yeah,
And this just happened yesterday.
No,
Wait, no,
Saturday.
2 days
Saturday.
ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah.
The
I was,
guy is from Torrance, bro.
no.
Yeah, man. Torrance,
Yeah.
California, down the street.
Crazy.
Oh
Craziness.
man.
Yeah, man. It's going. You've been under a rock now. I was like, I don't even know what's going
Man,
on.
I'm telling you, man. I wish that I got more updates. I need to check who I'm subscribed to, man, and add some more subscriptions apparently because I am
So
totally in the
definitely the
dark on
algorithm.
this.
Bruh, it's your
Algorithm got you
algorithm.
messed
You ain't gonna
up
see it.
today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of algorithms, yeah, it's been weird. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to curse, so I didn't. At least me, I didn't want to open it up with a curse word. But it's been weird because you know what I'm saying. Uh, we had a doozy this past weekend. President Trump had another assassination attempt on his life, and that was like number three publicly that we know of. Right? Oh, it's a total
Yeah.
of four. Okay.
4?
Yeah,
Yikes.
that's crazy.
See, but that doesn't even include the ones that
We
possibly
don't.
have happened that they stopped that we don't know about. You know
Of
what I mean?
course.
Because
Of
I
course.
heard that there was an Iranian attempt on his life as well.
Look,
Mhm,
all I
mhm.
know is we get the stuff on a need to know basis, right? If we need to know, we'll know. But if we
Yeah.
don't, we
And
won't.
you don't.
Yeah.
Move on.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the news gonna break the internet, and then it's gonna be just like that. You know, diversion. But a lot of things happened this weekend. Like Michael came out,
Mhm.
which was amazing. Oh my god, I didn't see it, but I just saw the reviews of everything, and I really wanted to see it, but I had to take the kiddos to Mario Brothers. You feel me?
Mm.
Because I told them I'd take them to Mario Brothers, not realizing Michael was coming out the same week I told him I was going to take him to Mario Brothers. So I'm the only person in the movie theaters at the actual theater complex, right? That's with kids that don't have a Michael Jackson Jerry Curl costume or beaded shirt or red jacket with zippers. I'm just there with Mario Brother kids, right? And then I'm walking out of the movie theater. Brother man, he's like, black man. I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, how that Michael movie? I didn't see it, bro. He's like, what? He was like, you know how? I said, bro, beat it. Beat it.
Beat
That's
it.
very funny. Just beat
See what I did
it.
there?
That's hilarious.
I like
Yeah.
it.
All right,
But
that's a
by
good one,
what's
Corey.
going on in your world, in your neck of the woods, man? What's going on? What you do this weekend?
Man, look, it was busy. We actually had our women's conference that our church does yearly and stuff. So they have over 200 ladies in attendance and everything. So it's very busy. Plus, I served at the conference, so I got to be there a little early, help with a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces and stuff. And so we got that done. That was Thursday night, all day Friday, and then half a day on Saturday. And then I jumped right into cooking as soon as I got home because I got asked about a month ago to help host a surprise party, and I was asked to do a balloon arch. Plus, I made food, so I was like, okay.
Balloon arch and food.
Hmm.
Did
Okay,
you have
give
a
me
helper at least? Tell me somebody was helping. Kids? Did you put the kids to work?
It was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay,
Oh,
You
all
know,
three of them. They were
Bobby,
like,
you
you
all
are
go.
the
right.
type of person to kick people out your kitchen, aren't you?
Yeah, actually, I am.
That's
Yeah,
why you
because
need
that's
to get
my
your help.
look. That's my space. All right. If you ain't in here about to cut up some veggies for me or something, then you need to get out. Go
Yeah.
talk to me outside of this threshold. Talk to me all you want, but don't step over this line unless you're in here. But gonna get busy with me.
Yeah.
And then so Sunday we actually had the party, and it's just been a lot. This coming weekend, this weekend coming up, we have my daughter Mercy, my younger daughter. She's turning 7, and we're having her birthday party on Saturday, and she has been super looking forward to her party. The kids love their birthdays and stuff, and I do it big because I didn't get to I didn't get parties growing up. So I always go out big for my kiddos and stuff because I
I
hope that
love
they
it.
remember that. I do all their balloon arches, all their food, inside, outside. We got this whole shindig. But
Like,
um, I just found out Texas.
Mhm.
What are we doing? There's apparently another cold front coming in, and we purchased, not rented, we purchased a commercial water slide for her party. Big old
oh,
18-foot water slide for her
Yeah.
and her little friends. They go down,
Yeah.
flying down into the pool, the
oh,
whole
dude.
thing, man. And it's
Oh,
supposed to be a low of 54 and a high of 70.
Yeesh.
oh, that's
I was
look,
like, it's May. It's May. It's supposed to be hot. It was like 90 degrees today. You know what I mean? So I was like, dude,
look.
that's just the look. 54 is too cold for the kiddos. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you never know. It just may work out to your favor. I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
we're supposed to have rain 3 days prior to her party too, which is
Oh,
already gonna cool down the atmosphere too. So
oh yeah,
it's not like it's gonna be,
yeah.
sunny. The weather's gonna start dropping, which is
Oh,
super weird for South Texas.
as
Super
long as the
weird. We're
water slide
already
ain't dry, because that'll be a bumpy ride going down.
Yeah.
dude. If we set up the water slide, it would just be a slide. It would
Hey,
be
yeah, it would, that
a
would be
slide.
cool. Yep,
I
if it
mean,
were
look,
raining
we
but not
we
windy.
could. I mean, we could probably still do that. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, dude, totally. As long as it's not super windy and blowing that slide over, I think it'd be even
Yeah.
better,
No,
right?
no,
To
no.
be hitting up that
This
slide
thing's
in the
huge.
rain.
We're gonna have it staked down. You know
Yeah,
what though? That's
right?
a good idea. If there's no rain,
That'd
still
be
let the kids.
blast, man.
Yeah. No, that probably would. Thank you for that idea. We could
It's
probably
probably
still
all
probably.
muddy. It'd get muddy out there, and then it'd get all
No,
wash off, right?
we throw tarps underneath it to prevent all
Smart.
that stuff. Yeah, so it'll be
Good
all good.
thinking.
Put some sand on there so they can have a lot. They can go down real fast. We used to do that at the park. Throw sand on the slide. Yeah,
Kids coming out with all these rashes. No.
yeah. And electric. For some reason, sand carries electric, so you be shocking people. Be like, I'm like, come
Hmm.
here, come here, come here.
Crazy. It's crazy.
What you
No,
got
what'd you
going
do,
on,
Donald?
OG?
Oh man, I've been in the process of cutting back some work and raising prices and stuff. Now that I've reached my goal of work, accomplishing that 2 grand, right? I'm at the
Oh,
point where
okay.
I could.
I am so proud of you.
Man,
Thanks,
hold
man.
on.
So
Yeah,
proud of you, Dr.
Assets
Poole. Look
going
at
on
that.
here. Hold
yeah,
on,
I
hold on.
love that for you.
yeah. That encouragement is great, man. I love to hear that, man. I need that
Yeah.
sometimes, right? And so yeah, right now I'm in the
That's
process of
favor
doing,
over your
dude.
business, man.
I'm doing cutbacks, right? Like one of the guys who I've been working with now for like the longest time, he's had a couple pools that I've been doing in Brentwood. And I've just been analyzing my routes working with other people. And so I decided not to, I gave him an ultimatum. I was like, I need you to either pay me this much amount to continue working out here in Brentwood and driving out here to Brentwood all the way from the South Bay and twice a week, and or I got to give him back. And he was like, all right, I understand, totally understand, and so that's where I'm at right there. And hopefully with that loss, that's a few $100s a month with those two, but hopefully within one day I should be able to replace that with 3 accounts, right? And it'll be replaced monthly. And then it would also free up my Friday for about an hour and a half too to add more work for that day. So it's gonna work out in the long run. I think I'll end up making more money.
Good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I just
Do you work
recently
like
acquired
7
a
days a
client, so
week?
I understand that.
No, 5 days a week. Yep.
5 days. Okay.
Hmm.
That's good.
Client acquisition, man. I love it, bro. I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's hard work, but it's paying off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Tired.
There's this phrase: it's either working on you, working in you, or working for you, bro.
Yep.
Working through you.
Yeah, we're working through you.
Mhm.
What about you, Corey, man? Tell me what you was doing this weekend. Watching
So
sports?
I was watching sports. My kids had a program, and my wife was out of town, so I didn't work at all. You know what I'm saying? What I did low key was I just pretty much just was being more intentional with my kids. My youngest, she was with me pretty much like on my hip everywhere I went. She went. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, and it was just intentionally fun. Like I did a lot of research, and then I also acquired another client, which was really good. She's I've been coaching her, but a windfall happened for her, and you gotta love the clients that what I'm saying, that just say, you know what, I want to go ahead and sign up, and they keep their word, because
Mhm.
and I love it. And it's not just because of the fact that they kept their word. I knew the season that she was in, the hardship she was facing, so I decided to coach her still. And
Yeah.
whenever, because I knew the situation, I know trouble don't last always, right? So and she was like, when I get out of this situation, I'm gonna take care of you. And I was
Mhm.
like, and so when she got out the situation, she was like, um, and I gave her the yearly price, her yearly price, And she's like, okay, so I'm gonna pay for half of that now. Amen, amen. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm with that. So, and then it's just not only that, like another situation with the city of Gardena, where I live. I've been blessed to be able to work with the city councilwoman and
Oh
helping them
yeah.
some
How
attention.
did that go, man? I remember you mentioned something about that in the group text, man.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. This is a woman who's been working for the city of Gardena and living in Gardena for 30 years, and
Right.
she's on the city council. I don't know how long she's been on the city council. I think probably about 5 years. She's a
Okay.
council for 5 years, but she really has a heart for the people. And with politics, some people have ulterior motives, but not her. You know what I'm saying? She really didn't want to do it, but she was like a higher power. God had called her to it. So and when that happens, like everything just lines up like it's supposed to be. Like people start coming to her, telling her she needs to do this and she needs to do that, or they need help with this, and she already has the people to work with them. So shout out to Wanda Love, City Councilwoman of Gardena. I'm working with her with her social media, and it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of one thing, a lot of people don't understand the social media platform, and I'm gonna tell you guys, if you really need visibility for whatever you're doing, you need to get somebody who's well versed with social media. You don't have to do it, but you can hire someone like me or somebody, period, to do it for you, because what you're missing out on is visibility to people that's right in front of you. You know how
Yeah.
many ads get clicked on by just looking at the phone? Because think about it. If we saw a commercial and it's something that we wanted to buy or something, we have to go and pause the commercial or rewind it or wait for it to come back in to type in it on our phone number. Now it's
Yeah.
simple, just click on the phone and then get some information. And that person who is really about their business will follow up with you. It's not that, I mean, it's as easy as pie, but you also got to be, well versed. Like a lot of people have so much inside and on their computers and on their phones and knowledge, but they don't want to get in front of the camera and get it out in front of them. But when you sit with me for 30 minutes and like, okay, Corey, I'm ready. I'm ready because I have that effect. You know what I'm saying? I know what I do, and it's great that I know what I can do with people who are willing to just be themselves in front of a perfect stranger, or I would say it's a cousin you haven't met in a long time or you haven't met. Because what I do is I sit down and just have a cool conversation. The next thing you know, we're working on a plan or something. And
Yes.
I think that, me personally, that allows fulfillment more than finance. Even though finances come, fulfillment is one of the better things that you can be able to have in
Yeah.
life.
Man. Peace of mind. It brings you like a peace of mind, and
Yeah.
you could
It's like
relax
I can
a
do
little
this
bit.
all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But what we talking about today, guys? I mean, I think we tapped a little bit on it, but like, shoot, what
Now
we
we gotta get
talking?
into some sports, man. Let's get into some basketball, right? You said something about the Lakers, I think. You said something about Lakers, or do we want to talk more about Trump?
Man, we
But
can talk about it all. You know what I'm saying? Lakers definitely. Lakers in five. You know
Mm.
all right,
what I'm
hopefully,
saying?
man.
Hey, listen, if you are just tuning in, we do got a whole schedule of things that we're going to be talking about today, from basketball to the presidential assassination attempt, all the way to some old school board games and a little bit of parenting topic for you today. So stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, and share. And again, welcome to
Yeah,
Technically Speaking News.
yeah, because we giving y'all news.
That
That
you
you can
can
use.
use.
Hey, hey. So,
Yeah, man.
look, real spill, right? I don't know which direction we want to jump into. We always usually just go in like in order, but damn it, let's switch it up. Bobby, what we doing? What we talking about?
Let's see. What do we want to hit first today? We want to go straight into some conspiracy
Look,
theories.
I'm
We
with it.
want to
I'm
just
with the conspiracy.
good, 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 good. Okay, so look, shout out to Miss Wanda Love. Was that her name?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Shout out to
Um,
Councilwoman Wanda Love.
Right. So we want to try to bring a non-biased opinion and just bring it to you exactly how it is without any type of filters or agenda involved. So I love to hear about how councilwomen, regardless of what side of the platform you sit on, who truly get into the business because they actually are there for the people, because we need more people like that. I think that when people do enter politics, maybe they do have the heart to want to do things for people, but as they begin to kind of move up, I feel like they begin to lose themselves and begin to see more of a paycheck and forget about the people. And in
Yeah.
case, in case some of y'all don't know, we the people, that's us.
Yeah.
They work for us. We do
Mhm.
not work for them. So let's make sure we understand that, right? So thank you, Ms. Wanda Love, for doing what you are in the city of Gardena. I imagine it's greatly appreciated. Please continue to do those for the people. Um, so kind of moving right into there was a assassination attempt again on President Donald Trump's life this past Saturday at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Now, Secret Service was able to quickly get him and JD Vance and their spouses and stuff out of harm's way. I believe there was only one Secret Service agent who was shot in the chest. I do believe,
Yikes.
yeah, I do believe that he's fine, but I still imagine that's going to be a sting and a mighty bruise. But they were able to apprehend the suspect at this point, and I actually believe today, this morning, he was already in court. Now, what the outcome of the court charges are and stuff, I'm not exactly sure at the moment. But you know what? Stay tuned, and we'll try to get that for you as we continue to go through this. Now, let's jump into what we think this could be. Now, from what I understand, there have been four known attempts on Donald Trump's life. And, I would like to kindly say that regardless of what side of the platform you sit on, you should never be so ingrained into what your party stands for that you begin to justify the killing of an individual, the unaliving of people because they disagree with you.
Oh, good catch.
That's not that is not how justice works, and so I would like to kindly remind people that is not that's very inhumane to believe that you can begin to justify the unaliving of individuals because you disagree politically. There's never a time or place for that. So
It's
let me
not
just say
cool,
outright,
man.
it is
So
wrong
not
no matter
cool.
what side you sit on. Okay.
Very
So
true. I agree.
um, a lot of times I do believe that not everything is shared with the public, and for good reason. There may be a higher security reason, whether you realize it or not. There are always a lot of moving pieces to these as well. I do believe there probably have been multiple attempts, but not all of them are publicized.
Right.
As with a lot of things within the government, there's not a lot of things that are always publicized.
That's true.
Um, and so this is the fourth one, as we know of. I was listening to one of the local news stations that I listen to here in the morning. It does lean a little bit more conservatively, but they were saying that there was also an attempt by an Iranian on Trump's life as well. And I don't remember hearing that in the news, but he was hearing that through a strain of filters that he goes through and some people that he knows on the Secret Service end. But again, that is just what I heard from them. That could be hearsay that has not been out in the news, other than what he shared this morning. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But
Mhm.
Dr. Poole, let's start with you. You said that you didn't even like really know that this had happened. You specifically mentioned why wasn't this in the news, which is a really good question, right?
Yeah.
So it was in the news, but I'm wondering, like, it's been 2 days since this has happened.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not going to ask you where you get your news from, but do you think that some of this is kind of, you know, shoved under the rug? Do you think?
I watch a lot of my news through YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really like watching news services anymore because I found that a lot of the news services they seem to be skewed one way or the other, depending on what
Mhm,
station that you're watching. So
mhm.
I like to try and get independent viewpoints from people who
Yeah.
don't have necessarily anything in the any stakes in the game. You know, there's
Yeah.
giving their opinion based off of the facts and research that they put in. You know, that's kind of like what I like to do when I'm talking about shit too. You know, it's like
Mhm.
research it on my own and try and figure it out. I'd like to hear both sides, but yeah, man, I think that
So
I
you
think
think
agree.
there's a I think
I
there's
like
an
to get
organization behind it all, man. The secret organization that's just looking
this
to
secret
create
society
mayhem.
always acts as trust?
Yeah, we're talking about conspiracy theory tin hats, right, man? Yeah, you gotta throw up that
oh,
pyramid or
I
something.
got my foil hat right here somewhere. Hold on.
That's everybody is a puppet for the one puppet master. Who that is, who knows?
Oh, man, we know who it is. I mean, look, I definitely love my life. Okay. So, okay. So,
Look,
so don't get me
that-
tripping. I do like to hear the news from people who are actually like boots on ground, is what we would call it. People who are like front lines say, no, don't listen to this or this. This is what happened, which is exactly why TikTok has blown up. So many people are like, oh, I go to TikTok for our news. Why? Because people are boots on ground over there telling you the real journalism is what's happening. People forget,
Mhm.
man. The
Hey,
beauty of social media.
I got a conspiracy for you guys, man. It's not on the docket, but Bobby, do you ever see those planes that are like spraying the cloud stuff that kind of lingers over the sky for a long time?
You mean the ones that control the weather?
Yeah, so you know, yeah,
So
I heard that they do that so that they could bring in some drones, and the drones that they were seeing over there on the East Coast that were flying are weather drones that are controlling the weather, and that's probably why you're getting so much rain, you know?
this is not
Probably
like
why
South Texas. And you know what?
you're
There was
not
a
the only one either.
conspiracy.
A lot of
Oh,
places around America are getting crazy numbers on stuff too, man.
so
It's not just where you're at.
last year, it's kind of sad. I am gonna do my absolute best to not cry when I tell you this too, because I just brought this up yesterday to one of the ladies I was talking with. I'm gonna do my best because I don't like crying in front of people. Um, but last year we were in Kerrville for July 4th, and that part of Texas got in like insurmountable amount of rain that is just like record breaking stuff. And I believe 2 days prior to, there were things happening that were being pushed into the clouds to produce more rain.
Mhm.
wow.
And so people were like, oh, Texas, y'all weren't ready. Y'all should have had alarms and stuff. But again, when we hear, oh, it's going to rain a little bit, like nobody thinks for a second you're going to have a massive amount of flooding. And I'm talking about the type of flooding that has taken lives,
Yeah.
like the craziness of what that looks like. And um, if you are tuning in and you remember what happened in Kerrville last year, Kerrville's about an hour outside of San Antonio. Our family goes there for every 4th of July. We have been for the last 10 years.
I remember
And
that video.
yeah, and oh yeah, the video I shared with y'all. Yeah, the place where my family goes to camp out was like 17 feet underwater. So
Mhm.
if it, you know, obviously a bunch of little girls lost their lives, but I have girls, and so
Yeah.
all my girls are fine. But I know that there are a lot of families who didn't get their babies back, and I think there's still one little girl who's missing, is
Mm.
what I'm told. And I really, really hope that her family is able to find answers. And that's terrible. But
Yeah.
yes, as far as conspiracy theories, that's exactly what that reminded me of, because we weren't supposed to get that much rain. And you can't tell me that 2 days prior to that, there were planes going around spraying stuff, putting the aluminum oxide, I think, into the clouds that produces the rain.
Hey
So
Corey,
nobody was prepared for that.
can I ask you a question, man?
Sure.
You ever seen them drone shows that they have in China where they have like a few hundred drones that like make these
Oh,
huge giant shapes
like,
and
Projections.
yeah,
yeah.
right. Could
Yeah.
you imagine if somebody had all of those and were using them for something other than just like
Yeah.
this is our
Other than
visual effect, man.
like,
It reminds
oh,
me of the Spider-Man movie, man. It's a fucking
yeah.
Spider-Man movie.
No, for real, for real.
You talk about Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, man. It's scary. It's
Well, you know,
scaring me, man. Drones are scaring me now in 2026. I'm afraid of
it's
drones.
it's crazy, but I look at a lot of things that, again, the cover ups. I look at things that sometimes it's a cover up because of the fact that there's some things they don't want us to know. Like you said, Bobby, you said like they got a lot of amount of rain in a certain time of the year that they normally don't get. And I'm gonna
It's
spin
normally
that back to
dry.
you. Yeah, I can spin that back to California back in January of 2025. We don't get fires around that time of the year. We don't. And
Mm-mm.
all of a sudden, all that fire that happened, it was like, what? Because we're known for having fires, right? By even Don, a couple weeks ago, you posted up on your OG Millennial channel that there was a fire on the freeway, right? But it was
Yeah,
set
that one I
in
think was
place.
man-made though. Someone set that one, dude. It was right there on the 405. It looked like it was set.
I think someone set the other one too in January. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got
Same
to
thing
think
for the
about
ones in Hawaii.
it.
The
Oh
ones in Hawaii, I was like, wait a second,
yeah,
like looking at like, come on,
but
no
so
man.
and so you know what I'm saying? When all this attention is focused on one thing, something is happening that we're not seeing, right? And so it's like I look at all these conspiracy um theories and things, and it's like, what are we missing, right? Like if we were to do a deep dive, and let's just say we take our eyes off the medias and take put our eyes somewhere else about what else is going on in the world from another lens, not the lens that we're familiar with. We probably do, you know what I'm saying? Because like you got to do some deep dive research to find everything, because even when you're working on yourself, surface level was never where the problem is. It's always inner and deeper. So if you go inner and deeper, and then maybe have to, you know what I'm saying, go look at somebody else's newspaper in a different country that probably don't align with ours, you could probably find some information that's going on.
You
You
talk
know,
about Al Jazeera.
look, them Lego videos is on hit.
Oh, see the Lego videos. Oh, those are
Oh
crazy.
my God, those Lego videos, yo, they
I
are
was like,
trolling,
I'm like, let me
trolling,
Man,
stock
man.
this up. Somebody got so much stock in Lego right now. It's gonna be
Iran is making America cheer Iran and
Dude, oh my
support
God,
Iran,
America's making
man. It's crazy.
America
People want
cheer
to see more
Iran.
of those videos here. It's catching
but,
fire.
All right, listen,
but
if you have not seen them, you need to fix your algorithm and go check out those Lego videos.
yeah. But see, that's the thing about it. I After you start realizing who's in control of the algorithm, like I'll be like, how they let that get to everybody else's feed? Because y'all, we all know Facebook FB, Instagram FBI. We already know who's monitoring our social media platforms, right? It's just the
Eh,
fact that like you guys didn't catch this. So I'm like, okay. I'm
Okay.
very, you know what I'm saying? I'm very, very careful what I post, when I post, and how I post on these platforms, because I don't own none of this. They already
Um,
got our, people be like, man, you can
yeah.
I'm not gonna put my name and stuff, bro. They
So,
got everything.
yeah, it's
They
all
got
archived.
everything. They
There's
got
a
it with
cloud.
permission or not. You
We're
know what I'm
paying
saying?
thousands of dollars for server access for them to be building shit so they could store more of our that they
Yeah.
could store every word we're saying right now and analyze it for key trigger words and see
Oh,
if
I
we're
got
terrorists or not.
so let's go ahead and put on the corporate conspiracy theory, right? Um, I believe, what was that major company that just let go 10,000 people? Well, Disney let go half, almost all the Marvel staff, right? But guess
Yeah, I
what
saw
happens
something
when
about that.
yeah, guess what happens when you, because at the time they partnered with OpenAI, you know what I'm saying, the owners of ChatGPT, where you'll be able to generate Disney characters with this new model that already came out. But right before this new model, ChatGPT 2.0 image creator, well, chat image creator 2.0, before that model came out, had they been connected with Disney, then there wouldn't be no need for you to go ahead and buy anything Disney, because you could just create an authentic carrier, paste it on a t-shirt, screen tee, and sell it at the swap meet, right?
Yep.
But obviously that's infringement, copyright, trademarks, all these things that you can get in trouble with.
Oh yeah.
However, you know what I'm saying? They broke away from it, and all of a sudden, 10,000 of their employees just went bye bye.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? In sync. Bye bye. Don't want to be a fool. Let me run it back. But
Yeah, right
this is
back.
what I'm saying. So even T-Mobile, the corporation I used to work for, right? They let go hundreds and hundreds of people, time, like I would say, periods over time. But guess what? They did not let go that data. that login, them keystrokes, all that stuff is remembered. And guess what they're gonna do? Take that profile from that one employee who is no longer there, throw it inside a Chat GPT, a Claude, or inside of a Perplexity, or inside of a Gemini, and say, create me an avatar or a bot that could do this just like this. Think like the keystrokes of this individual who's been working for this company 15 years and generate me the same results. Now you got rid of half of your staff because all you got to do is reduplicate that. And guess guess how long they're working? They're not working 8 hours. They're working 24 hours, 7 days a week. 7 days a week. It's like
with
now
no benefits. Can you believe that?
No benefits. But guess what? They making all the money for the corporation.
Yeah, man. What is that? PSA? But the government shut down too, right?
Yeah, bro.
Those folks.
It's just a matter of time till we get robots in LAX. And I already told y'all robots are going to be fighting the war, and y'all didn't believe me 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm not comfortable being patted down by a robot. Just not comfortable.
So what you saying? You are comfortable being patted down? That's what I'm.
Yeah, if you got to pat me down, you got to be a human so I can hold you accountable.
Or do you want them to hold you accountable?
I don't want no cold ass hands on me. Let's put it that way.
You know what I'm saying? Get some cold hands off my balls.
Yeah, I don't trust a robot when he's going towards my crotch area. Like, I don't know what that grip, bro.
Whoa.
No, thank you.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, now you get the picture. Now the picture pops in your head. Okay, all right.
Oh, no.
I've seen the videos of like the self-driving cars getting stuck like in these traffic jams and they don't know what to do. They just like crash out entirely, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that person. Just my personal opinion. I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
look, the Waymo is real out here in California. Waymo is real.
They're everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's more of those than there are Priuses now.
Exactly. No, for real. Like, and it's every time I see a self-driving car, I just scoot to the side and like, go ahead.
Nah. Every time I see those cars, I think, God damn, how much am I paying for my electricity this year, man?
Like, no, for real, bro. For real. Like, it was funny. One of them got stuck in the parking lot that blocked in a human driver. And nobody was in the car. And she was like, she went to the facility because it was over there where my daughter goes to gymnastics. And she was like, fussing at the lady at the counter. It was like, why is this electrical vehicle parked in front of my car? I can't move. You know, it wasn't an average patron who gets frustrated at things. She was very, very on the, oh my God. But in the same breath, I can understand her pain because there's nobody you can yell at because there's nobody in the driver's seat.
Yeah, nobody.
So I was like,
and it's recording you the whole time. So whatever you're doing, you are on camera in 360-degree angle camera, no less. You know, like that camera's following you as you're doing whatever.
And dude,
I don't like it.
If you try to open the door and it's not your vehicle, which that one wasn't, it makes like a little I'm like, whoa. I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead. I scanned barcode on there and then I called the people for the lady because she was just having a meltdown. And the people were like, okay, well, we can get somebody out there or another vehicle to be able to come so they can sync it together and then they can move. I was like, bruh, this lady just got her kid from gymnastics. I'm sure she's trying to go home. Like, y'all need to go ahead and tap into this. I know y'all got pilots.
I mean, thankfully, it was just her picking up her kid from gymnastics and somebody not having a true 911 emergency, bleeding out, needing to get to the hospital type of deal, you know?
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? All that good old electronic grant money.
Hey, Bobby, did they have those small, like, remote control delivery robots in your neighborhood, or do you see those when you go into the city at all?
So believe it or not, I live a couple of miles away from an Amazon facility, and I have several drones coming to this area.
Wow.
All the time.
Flying ones or the ones that are like driving? Yeah.
Yeah. So they're constantly flying through, and so what they do is they go over like people's property. They'll hover, they'll do like a quick scan, and then just drop the package and stuff.
That's crazy. So that's
Crazy.
Because all
shit's
this is like
real, huh?
country property out here and stuff. So even like when the Amazon driver comes, like you can't actually come onto my property. You can go to the fence line and you can
Mhm.
drop my package over the fence, but
See,
So
you ain't coming on here.
Bobby got a compound. I've
It's
seen it.
not a
I was like,
compound.
this is
I'm just
amazing.
saying, I ain't got to worry about nobody stopping by to tell me about the new ADT services that they got. You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
But look, if
So
you ever need to buy an ADU, hit me up. I got an Amazon link. I get commission if you buy one. I for real. Look, when man, one of my homeboys sold an ADU off of Amazon, and his commission made $470 just by sending the link to somebody who bought one ADU unit, one of them storage containers. I was like pre-modeled already. I was like, okay, this is a hustle. This is a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Click my link. You're like, I don't want. I just came to buy some books. You give me a link to
very
a
interesting.
ADU, like
That's funny.
$5,000. Nah, man.
Mhm.
Got you
That one
thinking though.
time.
Heck yeah.
But
But
yeah, we see
shoot,
the drones all the time here. So
drones, boy. Where has the world gone to? Like, people do not just walk up to the place and just give you your package. They now have helicopters, mini helicopters. And what if it's some expensive China you getting delivered?
Yeah, right. I haven't seen the ones that fly yet, but I've seen the ones that are delivering food and stuff, like the rolling ones that are
Yeah.
just riding around neighborhoods. And I've been
I
seeing
haven't
not
seen
only
any of that.
videos. No,
Oh,
oh man. Well, I'm seeing a lot of
downtown
videos.
LA.
The
Downtown LA.
people are, dude, they're flipping them. I'm seeing videos. They're going into the street and cars are hitting them. They're stopping on railroad tracks and trains are hitting them and just these
Whoa.
things
Are you
they
serious?
malfunction, man. Yeah,
I
I've
know
seen a lot of
I've
crazy
seen
videos.
Oh
I've
my
seen kids,
goodness.
like, I literally was driving towards not Staples Center, Crypto Center, aka Staples Center.
Yep.
I seen kids like top flip one over, and I was like, "Dang, bro!" I thought it was, if you, I felt like they were beating up a little person, but
The
I was
helpless little
like,
robot.
I'm not gonna get out the car to defend no robot.
Hey, they have faces too, right? So
Yeah,
it's
they
got
got the little
eyes and
lights
like a
and
little mouth and
everything.
shit, you know.
They're like R2D2, but look at short. They got
Oh man, I see them
mad
struggling
boy.
when they try and cross the street and there's like little divots in the road and they got to back up and then
Yeah,
tries
they
to
got.
roll again and it backs up and rolls again and backs
I mean,
up.
we're living
Oh,
in
man.
Corey, just imagine one of the days whenever these robots take over, they're gonna be like, Corey, you watched me get beat up and didn't do anything.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? So like
Oh, vengeful
anytime
robot.
ChatGPT does something for me, I'm like, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It goes Terminator on your ass.
Got me over here telling a robot, please,
You know what I'm
using my
saying?
manners.
Using manners with robots. No, but
Yep.
I do, because real
They're
talk.
gonna be like, oh, Bobby, no, she's good. She was nice.
Hey, Wally was down to throw down when he had to.
You're like, he overworked me. He always prompted me extra. Like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm just using it to the maximum of my ability. Sorry, chat. Don't chat me. I'm telling you, when these devices start getting personalities, we're doomed. We're doomed.
You
Oh
know what
God.
though? I have to tell you this. So um Mercy had some sort of a bump on her leg, and I was worried that it was kind of getting like infected. And so I'm like looking at it, I'm like, is like you have to think like, is this truly enough to go into an emergency room? You know what I mean? Because not everything is emergency room required. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm gonna do something I ain't never done before. I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, I have a question. My daughter has this bump on her leg, and I'm worried that it might be infected. She said that it's not itchy. It hurts her a little bit, but she said it's not itchy, right? And so I'm telling it this, and he's all like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that your daughter's having to deal with that. Is it possible that you can send me a picture of just the area so I could take a better, and analyze it a lot better?" So I did, obviously, right? Just a small area, not the full on body, just a small area. And he was like, or it was like, Well, it doesn't look infected, but if she does happen to itch it, it could do this. So here's what I would recommend: do this, this, and this, and then if it happens to reach this area or spread even further, then you would want to take her to the emergency room. But I think as it is right now, if you use this topical cream 2 or 3 times a day, make sure to apply it on dry skin, like it's walking me through medical care.
Yeah.
We didn't take a trip to the emergency room, is all I'm saying. And you know what? Look, listen. It even told me like check in with me in 2 days to see how she's doing, so I could analyze it further after you've been putting the cream on it to see if it's gone down, and I'll let you know if it requires further assistance from a medical professional.
Man,
I'm just saying.
look,
Listen. I was like, man, I really appreciate you.
that saves lives.
I just need a second opinion.
So you save me a copay, man, and a trip and some gas.
Look, you got a doctor watching this right now. Like, man, I hate people like her.
Right?
Oh man, right? Drop in the news, man. News you can use.
Hey, you
It's
know
gonna
what?
be, it's gonna
Look,
get to the point of time where doctors gonna be like, "Oh, just ask chat next."
So, as long as you need to get a signature for that prescription, doctors will be just fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
or you know, I mean, you could just go see like a nurse practitioner. They didn't make as much as doctors do without the doctorate degree. A lot of clinics, a lot of local clinics don't even hire doctors. It's straight up nurse practitioners and physician's assistants.
Yeah.
Really?
People with that full medical knowledge, just not the doctor in front of their name, but still that same experience. So,
Gotta love it.
anyways, just a quick sidebar. That's all I'm saying.
Well, look, you know what I'm saying? My thing is this, look. If we had respectable doctors, we may still would have had the legend Michael Jackson still around.
That's true.
Because I truly believe the man was taken out. Okay? He was taken
was.
out. He was super powerful. He had a voice. And what they do with people who have a voice that can make changes, they take him out. Damn it. Damn. But his legacy still lives on because, as you know, Michael hit the box office. And when I say Michael hit the box office, this wasn't your flex Michael Jackson that came on Lifetime. This wasn't the YouTuber where he got all the people who dress up like Michael Jackson and know how to moonwalk real good. Shout out to the moonwalkers. This ain't the Jabberwockies Michael Jackson, but this is Antoine Fuqua Michael. And I'm going to just tell you like this. You know what I'm saying? I have yet to see it all, but because I do want to go see it. I want to go to the movie theater. I want to cry. I want to be like, I remember this because there's a lot of scenes there I was alive for. You know what I'm saying? You young little millennials, y'all probably don't know. Your zennials, y'all probably knew, but yeah,
zennials.
The Gen Z, y'all don't know nothing about no Michael James Jackson or Jeffrey Jackson. Anyway, Michael Jackson. Let me tell you something. You know, I've seen how well they do biopics, and then I've seen some trash biopics for other people, right? Some people said the Tupac biopic was not the best. Some people said that the NWA biopic was not the best. But when they compared the biopics to the Michael biopic, they said Michael was like the most accurate. It was his nephew who actually played him.
Yeah,
right?
Jermaine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jermaine's son. Not only that, Antoine Fuqua, if you know who he is, Training Day, Antoine Fisher, movies like that. You've had movies from this gentleman who actually made you feel like you were a part of the cinematic experience. And that's what it did for everybody out there. You got people who cried in the movie theater, people who laughed in the movie theater with strangers. See, a movie that can do that brings the spirit of what Michael Jackson always talked about when he did heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me, for the entire human race, right?
Yeah.
You think about I don't care. All I gotta say is they don't really care about us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever listened to the lyrics of that song?
Of course. See, I was conscious back when I heard that song.
Look,
alive and conscious.
MJ was trying to tell us
exactly
what was going on.
You know what I'm saying? And plus the stuff that they said that thank God this film ended the year that it's supposed to end. So you didn't hear any tragedy. You didn't get any of the stuff that they said that he did. It was just pure Michael, right? You got some stuff about the victory tour, which he even took it on as a chin. And guess who was one of the promoters of the victory tour?
Jay-Z.
Nah, bro, victory tour. That was 1994.
Oh,
Um, nah, I mean 1989. I think.
Russell
It's
Simmons.
nah. Don King,
Oh, no
Joe
way.
Jackson, and Don King.
Mm.
And yeah, it was like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Michael. One thing you can say about Michael Jackson, he always used his platform respectfully. You didn't get nothing. I mean, you didn't get any of the stuff that you get with these people who are just as influential as they are now. But I think us as a human society, we're a lot more meaner than we were then too. Like, what I'm saying? People claiming celebrities who've had great success are devil worshippers or they part of Illuminati. How come that person isn't just a hard worker and the benefits of hard work is the things that you see? The things that they worked hard for in the dark is now being revealed in the light because you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that. Now some of these things, yes, I do believe there's some people doing some stuff that is uncalled for and it's not. But if you have a level of excellence, right? A level of commitment to what you do and you gain some success, why do we automatically have to turn it bad? Like you have to sacrifice somebody. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um and to spin it back to Michael, Michael was one of those persons that you feel like he he gave up a lot. He was an entertainer as a kid. So a regular childhood, he wouldn't know nothing of,
Mhm.
right? Like our kids are able to go to the mall and not have the mall rush them. Michael Jackson didn't have that privilege. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't
So
that why he
yes,
had Neverland?
yeah,
So kids
yeah,
could come and have a childhood. Now, I personally don't believe that Michael Jackson did any of the things that he was accused of either.
right. But see,
I don't believe that. I do
and
believe
but
he was a hard worker.
he was definitely a hard worker. But see, there's people who were jealous of that or looked at it
Hmm.
as an opportunity and said, hey, you know what I'm saying? And how sick of you to use your kids as a pawn, as a
Yeah.
scheme to try to do that. But nobody looks at it like that. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? They just want to take the man who wanted to give the world a better place and
For
tear him
you and for me and the entire
the
human
entire human
race.
race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Damn it. What's my other song? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm about to
Yeah,
make a
right.
change, and no message could be any clearer. So if you want to make a world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a
And make
change.
a
Damn it, you can't tell me Michael Jackson wasn't changing lives with his music. You feel me? You turn on you had a bad day, you put on Billie Jean, or you put on Michael Jackson Bad, or you put on Thriller. You could find one song inside Off the Wall. There's always a song in one of those albums that can make you feel okay. Like Off the Wall, that album came out before I was born. But there's a song called Tonight we gonna leave that 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just
Hmm.
enjoy yourself. Let the magic and the movement catch the groove. Life ain't so bad at all when you're
Mm.
living off the wall. Man, Michael Jackson, boy, let me get here started. About to get up in here and beat it. Boy, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter
Amy,
Grace
are you
was
okay? Let me see. I can go, girl. Let me see.
no, Grace last year for Halloween. We let the girls dress up in non horror related things. And so
Right.
when I asked her, what do you want to be, she goes, I want to be Michael Jackson. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be Michael Jackson. She's like, but not just any Michael Jackson, let me show you. Proceeds to take me on over to Amazon. This one, mommy. So she
Smooth
was a
criminal.
smooth criminal, and it absolutely had to have that little blue taper thing on the
Blue.
side with
Mm-hmm.
her little tie and her fedora and everything. So
He
yes,
did
so
the
Grace
little
was
lean. Lean
Yes,
forward.
her and my husband too
How
were
did he do
planning
that?
something on putting some string. Yeah, he was supposed to have some sort of chest plate or something, and he was gonna have her do like the lean in. On
I love it.
It's crazy.
It was magnets in his shoes and on the stage.
Is
That's
Oh
that
what
how
yeah.
he did it?
yeah.
Really?
That yeah, on the movie, I remember watching Michael Jackson Moonwalker, the actual VHS tape.
Mm.
And then he did that same performance at Motown, a Motown performance live. And some years later, probably 10, 15 years later, I saw the behind the scenes. And what they did was they put magnets in his shoes. And they had like one of them, what's that magnet that they use for like cranes? They
Mhm.
had one under the stage. So whenever it was time for him to do his move,
They
he was
activated
like
it.
boom, and then they had to turn it on, and then you could tell because he did some kind of move where he's kind of like moved his ankle, but his ankles didn't move, so he knew it was locked in, and so everybody else did the move when he moved, and they just lean, and then you have to have them strong calf muscles to bring your body back up,
Back up. Yep.
and then
You
you
can
run.
you can lean forward, but can you lean back?
Can you bring yourself up? Bring them back
Either
up.
that or you got to weigh 90 pounds like Mike Jackson, man. This is a skinny, small, frail man, you know, and
Yeah,
Stances
That's
were the
true.
same
That's true.
size.
Hmm.
yeah, but I mean, Michael Jackson, man.
I mean, he has some height, but I mean, he was like me, man. You get a little bit more flexible when you don't have a lot of weight, you know. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You can do a
That's
lot.
true.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just say that to say this, man. Um, I think they did a great job with Michael. I think that not. I think Antoine Fuqua, when he did this biopic film, he should be studied because of the fact that there's going to be a lot of we're now we need the Bobby, we need the not Bobby, but we need the Prince version. You know what I'm saying? We did get a version. We did get the James Brown version, and you know who played James Brown? Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace.
Mm. Yeah.
And that one was amazing. I saw it 3 different times because of the fact that not just James Brown, but when I saw Chadwick Boseman play James Brown, I was like, this brother knows how to embody the character. R.I.P. to Chad Boseman. But I say that to say this. It's like when you do, and I don't want to. I'm not. When you do somebody who is very important in life who's passed away, and you do their biopic very well, I think the culture of that person needs to come out and give you their flowers on the not just by showing up to the movie. Somebody needs to throw that man Antoine Fuqua a parade. Because if you even remember the movie Selma, I forgot who produced Selma, but David Oyelowo, he the one who played Martin Luther King,
Oh, I like him.
and that, oh my god, that was amazing too. But Selma was more about everybody, not just Martin Luther King.
Hmm.
But the biopic of Michael was amazing, and I'm gonna leave it at that. What do you guys? You guys got to chime in on that or something? I'm just saying, like, damn it,
yeah,
Mike.
man. I want to wait until it comes out on the Prime, probably. But I'm very excited to see it too, man. I like watching movies like that, and some are more exciting to me than others. Like the NWA one, I had to see. The Biggie Smalls one, I had to see. I didn't see the James Brown one though. I'm not familiar with that. I need to check that one out though.
Yeah,
And so for Mike, you know, even if it's not just as a tribute to him and because of everything he's given me, you know, like it's gonna be a good like reminder, I think,
yeah,
and able for me to it'll give me times to flashback to when I was younger, you know, and I like the fact that they're trying to keep the memory and name of Mike alive for the future generations. But I'm curious to see if they go in, how much they go into the scandals, if they go into it at all, as far as the conspiracies go, right? If it's gonna shed any light, like or is it going to mention the court cases where they were taking pictures of him, or any? Or is it just going to be like a docu pic where it's about the good times and the music and stuff like that, right? So,
yeah. Well, this
uh,
one I can tell you. it's only about it's way it ends before the scandal starts.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like a good thing then. Like it should be positive and uplifting for the youth, you know. And I wish that they would have more insights to behind the scenes stuff because I'm seeing more and more stuff come out on YouTube. Like it's crazy, man. I'm seeing more stuff come out about Mike Jackson and Prince on the YouTube socials than I'm seeing of presidents being assassinated. So how does that happen?
Algorithm.
I
I guess.
wonder why.
Uh, I don't know who to follow to get that type of information, right? I follow Fox and KTLA and CNN. None of them send me the update.
Mm-mm. Some of the stuff you just got to do the doggone research, brother.
I
But
guess.
that's crazy that you didn't even find out about the assassination attempt just now. That's crazy.
I
Because
was thinking
it's
about watching that correspondence.
yeah, go ahead.
They have the UFC fight, I think, coming up for that. Wasn't that like the big thing? Like the UFC was for the correspondence dinner?
I think so because Dana White was all in there, and they had a camera on him, and he left. He was like, "This was amazing. This was so exciting." I was like,
Mhm.
"Bro, your life could have
Mhm.
been taken, bro. you. I don't know. That's. I mean, man, never mind because I'm about to start going into other stuff. You know, so there's certain people that I do believe they should never put the camera on because they just don't look good on camera. I'm just saying. I'm like, bro, who are you looking at? I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm
That's
like,
funny.
bro, like you're the director, bro. What's wrong with you? Where are you looking? Let me leave it alone. uh, but
Oh, you were asking about Selma. It was
yeah,
Christian Colson and Oprah Winfrey.
mm-hmm, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And it's crazy. And then there's the Butler, right? All these movies had some significant impact on our lives and those who came before us as well.
Hmm.
But like think about Malcolm X, like
Yeah,
Spike.
there you go.
That
That's a
right
great
there,
movie.
that was
Denzel,
very
man.
Denzel. Yeah, you got to get the right people to get it right. And I was surprised that Michael was done by Michael Jackson's nephew, who I don't believe he had any acting experience at all.
Mm.
But it's like, you have your brother. I mean, you have your father who was raised with him. So I'm like, Michael wouldn't do that. Do it like this. You know what I'm saying? And then you have everybody who was around in the production. Everybody was born and raised and watched Michael Jackson through their like as a hero. I'm pretty sure part of the casting call was like, if you like Michael Jackson to death, you want to be part of this video. I'm part of this movie. And they probably yeah. But if you absolutely had something negative to say, do not show up.
Mm.
And I think that's what happened too, because you gotta just give credit to where credit due. The movie started the budget for the movie was 200 million, right?
Okay.
And they already passed that. They made 90 million the first week. That's the number one. That's the most one biopic pick movie has ever made. Behind that was Bohemian Rhapsody with 67 million, and then behind that was NWA with 52 million. Right. These
I
all
didn't
numbers
see the
like
Queen one, but that's still on the streaming services. That's still out there for people to watch if they wanted to.
No,
which one?
Bohemian
The
Rhapsody.
NWA one also, both of those are still out on the streaming
Yeah,
services.
I bought those when I bought NWA. I bought Tupac. The
Yeah, I
Biggie
got
one I
NWA on
like.
Amazon.
I wasn't too much of I wasn't that big of a Biggie fan back when he was alive. I am now because I realize how much he means to the culture of hip
Hmm.
hop. But Tupac has always been ingrained in my soul when I first heard Brenda's having a baby because and then he did Brenda's having a baby and he wrote a song about Tasha Hart. Well, he mentioned about Tasha Harding. And if you know about the story of Tasha Harding, she was just a black girl who went into the grocery store, went into a liquor store, and got killed by the liquor store owner out here in LA. Um, and it was an unjust murder
Hmm.
and it was just bad. So when you hear a rapper or hear somebody can identify, you don't know that artist personally, but their music touches your soul and makes you remember certain time periods in life.
Yeah.
You know, they need to be studied. They need to have their own. You need to understand the why behind them. I'm pretty sure you're going to get one of those from probably 10 years from now. From you'll get a story. Hopefully Kendrick's around and he'll be able to have pick the right people to play him to do that. You know, same with Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z story is a bit different from what everybody sees on the surface because let's just be honest. Um, Again, like I said, when people get a certain amount of success, they deem like they did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they did or not. That's not for me to judge because why assume something about somebody when all I see them do is work extra hard to get where they got. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just
Yeah.
period. Hard work. The benefits of hard work is the things that you get, right? We've all seen it. You know what I'm saying? If you work extra hard and you truly put in the time to craft to be the best of what you were supposed to be, then you
Mhm.
get the results. No different than Mike Tyson working hard in the ring, in the gym, busting his butt so he can become the greatest to say we can say his name now. 30
Mhm.
years later, he's fighting somebody 20 years younger than him. But and people rooting for him. Why? Because he's Mike Tyson. He put in the work to be Mike Tyson, Iron Mike. You don't just get that name unless you put in the work.
Yeah.
A true
Agree.
goat.
True goat.
Bingo!
Yeah. What do we got next, man? Is he really a
LeBron
goat?
James and the Lakers.
Yeah, man.
Lakers in five, man. Lakers in five. Now we lost last night. I was hoping this was gonna be a different type of podcast. So we can say where the brooms at. I was gonna bring my broom,
You
but
know who didn't lose? Them San Antonio Spurs.
yeah, San Antonio
Hey,
Spurs. Yeah, look, man, it's gonna be
Clock
a
it.
hard. If we don't get Austin Reeves and Don and Luke, I always say his name wrong. Lukic,
Luca.
Luka Doncic Luka. If we don't get them back, we're gonna have a tough hill to climb if we ever come across San Antonio when it comes to the
The playoffs.
postseason games. Yeah, either playoffs, semifinals, or finals, or Western
Mhm.
Conference finals. What's
We
y'all
shall
take on it,
see.
though?
Yeah, man. What do you
I
think,
do
Bobby?
not follow the Lakers. I can only talk to you about the Spurs.
Oh yeah, tell us about the Spurs
So,
because it seemed like when Wimby went down, the whole team went down.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Now that we were down for a little bit on yesterday's game, but we came back and I think we won. I think it was like 112-87
Mm,
yesterday.
yeah.
But yeah, there was an issue. They had a medical come in to help Wemby out. But he ended up coming back, and he was all right. They are keeping an eye on him, but it does seem like he is definitely kind of carrying the team. I think
Mhm.
he got, was it, I no, maybe I said it last week. I think he got like defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
Defensive player of the year.
he got what is it? Yeah, defensive player
Defensive player of the year.
Okay, so yeah.
depoy. That's what they call it now.
Mhm.
Depoy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So we were playing the Portland Trailblazers. And it was 114-93. But if you're not familiar with like South Texas culture, right now we are having fiesta in San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
and so Spurs always it's always a really really big deal. So Saturday night we had the Flambeau Parade. Friday we have Battle of Flowers. We have the week before we had the Texas River Cavalier Parade and stuff, but that got rained out, so that didn't happen. So it's been a very rainy um, fiesta for us, and but you know what, we were able to um, bring it out yesterday. So yesterday I believe was the last day of fiesta, and we ended up winning and stuff. And so it's great though too, because San Antonio are die hard Spurs fans here. Everywhere you go, there's Spurs stuff all over the place, from the random Walmarts to the taquerias.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere. All right. And so far, they're doing really good. They are still set for to to be in the playoffs as far as we know. Are the Lakers?
Oh, the playoffs already started, sis. Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying though.
yeah,
They're there.
yep.
So
Looking at the bracket right now.
Hmm.
I'm trying
yeah,
to.
so
Yeah.
we are there too, but because of that, but it's all about the next round, right? For me, I'm thinking the LeBron in the next round, if we don't get those guys back, has to go against Oklahoma City Thunder. And this was something I was hoping would happen towards the end of the season, but looking at the bracket again, like it's gonna happen in like a couple days. And so for LeBron to have the endurance to be able to not only play like he played in this particular season, which I believe we're gonna win. You know, it might not be game five, might be game six, might be game seven. Either way, we're gonna win. But I worry about his endurance going up against the defending NBA Finals champions and the MVP in SGA, and more importantly, their center Holmgren, right? Matt Holmgren, I think is his name, right? Big guy, shoots the three.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the guy who is going to be Wimby's. You know, like he's the one who's going to stop Wimby if San Antonio makes it to the Western Finals, right? Which they should because their matchup, they're going to have to probably go against the Minnesota Timberwolves because they're 3 games over the what is it, the Denver Nuggets, right? So, you know, they should beat the Timberwolves no problem. Uh, you know, securing their route to go against OKC. But yeah, I think LeBron is gonna have a challenge on his hands going against the number one team. But for Wimby, you know, seeing him crack his head on the ground the way he did, and to see him like 3 days later, like first of all, he was only out for like 3 days, right? He only missed one game. I was thinking he was going to miss the rest of the series because most concussion protocol is 7 days, 7 to 10 days,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so he decided that he wanted to come back during game three, but the team doctors denied him and made him wait till game four. So when you look at him, he didn't have any type of goose egg on his head. He didn't have any missing teeth. Nothing was broken in here, right? But if you look at the way his cranium smashed off the ground twice with the
Yeah.
first one and then the
That was
reverberation of the second one,
yeah.
there's something it might not be now, it might be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now. I think he's gonna start feeling the effects of that because you can't crack your skull like that and not have any type of mark, 3 days later. Like that's amazing healing.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just because he's young, right? Is that the power of youth that he's just
Maybe.
Nah.
it's- yeah.
Everybody, like even people in football, you know what I'm saying? They feel they affect 15, 20 years later because of the fact that, it takes time. It's gonna catch up with you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
might have trouble remembering stuff when he's in his 30s.
Man,
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, I
But
hope not also, but
Yeah, I hope
man,
that's
not.
there's
But his frontal, what is the phrase? The frontal
the front
cortex
lobe
lobe, that's not fully
cortex. Yeah.
developed. It's not
Mm.
fully developed. No matter how old or how young you are, superstar basketball player, that thing don't get developed till you're about 24, 25. And he's like what, 21?
yeah,
Mm.
He's yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So he's definitely gonna have some hard time getting to me personally, I don't see. I get it, you know what I'm saying? The San Antonio really needed him to play because without him it would be very hard for them to be able to move
They
past.
lost. They lost game three without him.
Yeah, I see that.
Mm.
But
So
it's
That's
like
true.
you want to win a game or you want to keep your life, bro.
we were
Yeah.
just talking about them like in the show prior also, and I was talking about how like the Spurs, man, like they got that chance, right? We were talking about how good the Spurs were gonna do and
Hmm.
Yeah.
and how they would probably go against OKC in the finals, man. And then
That's
bam.
what we're thinking. But still, though,
It's-
we'll see how the
I,
Pistons and the Celtics do.
I feel like I
Um.
jinxed him, because I was like,
Uh.
man, if he gets if he gets there, he's not going to win it because he's young and he needs that experience, right? So was this the incident where he needed to learn and get that experience? Like shit, nope,
We'll
Experience.
see.
he
We
Yes.
is
play
in.
against the
He said,
the
fuck that.
Trailblazers again tomorrow. So tomorrow
Yeah,
evening we have another game, and then the
yeah, that
Lakers
should
play
be it,
against
man.
the Rockets on Wednesday.
They
Yeah.
should have
And
swept,
so,
man. They would have swept if it weren't for that injury.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but we'll see.
Lakers would have honestly, I think the Lakers would have been and I think that was a smart move because I think Austin Reeves is probably ready to play. Doncic definitely is not ready to play, but towards the end of the season because Lakers was they were the third seed before going into the actual, what is it called? They were third seed before they went into the playoffs, and they ended up becoming fourth seed, right?
I think
And with
so.
that being said, it's like now you
Yeah,
don't
they were the
face
four.
San Antonio. You don't face San Antonio first round. You face the Rockets, who you beat up on through the whole season. But the second round, you go against the defending champions who beat up on you the whole season. And your guy ain't strong. So I think hopefully AR will be Austin Reeves. Just when I say his name, just
It's
so
not
we
enough.
I know, but I'm wishful thinking, man. Wishful thinking. You know what I'm
I know
saying?
you're trying to be positive,
I'm
man,
trying to
dude.
be positive,
Thank
man.
you. I need that positivity too, because I've given up on this shit. Like, God damn it. If we make it out of this round, what are we getting into, man? Like, it was
Yeah,
nice seeing LeBron with his kid, though, balling
yeah,
in the playoffs with his kid. That's like a once in a lifetime thing right there.
definitely. Because you're not gonna see it next year.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing to see, right?
Yeah.
Like, have kids early and then you could have them play in the same sports with you.
You know
Man, that's awesome. For real.
what I'm saying? Parent topic.
Yeah.
Parent topic. That's
Speaking of
funny.
parent topic, Bobby, what we got? What we got?
We're gonna keep it a little bit lighthearted. As I've told y'all before, the parenting segments are typically taken from legit real world things that we're going through. And hopefully it's something that maybe you can, whether or not you have an opinion on it, don't really matter. But we definitely welcome
Like
everybody's
we don't care about your
opinion.
opinion, but if you want to share
So
it.
Right.
hear me out. I just like so my daughter last Monday she had a job interview, and 30 minutes later gets a call back saying, "Hey, can you start next week?" Right.
That's
So
quick.
today, right before, like literally right before the show, we drove up to the place, and she's about to run in. I said, "Hey, hold on a second, dog. You need your birth certificate, your social security card. Remember we talked about that I-9 form." She's all like, "Why do they want all these documents?" I said, "They don't, dude. One from this list and one from this list." She goes, "Oh man, I thought I needed a passport and everything." Hold on, let's take a chill pill for just a second. I know this is overwhelming, but listen. My husband and I were talking, and I need my daughter needs to get real world experience outside of our home, outside of the church, and into an actual position where she can grow, because we want our children to grow. We don't want our children, no offense to anybody who is like this, but maybe a little offense to you. We don't want our kids 26 years old still living at home, trying to rent out a room from us. Look, listen, they need to fly. All right,
They
when the time comes. Now,
Mhm.
we were kind of on the fence about wanting my daughter to work. I absolutely want her to work, but that's because she's about to get her driver's permit. She just finished all of her driver's ed and everything. I know we talked previously about our kids driving and stuff. A little scary, but she's about to turn 17, and so it's technically like going to be like the last year she's going to be like a kid, you know? And so we were like, do we have her work, or do we have her kind of enjoy her last summer, because next year it's not going to be like that. And so this is like her last summer as a kid. And so I was kind of on the fence because I didn't have that. If you've been listening to our podcast for a while, especially since I came on, I've told y'all before, like my life started pretty much when I was 15. I was out of the house. I did not have a life. And so wanting her to have the things that I didn't isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I also don't want to hinder her from being able to grow, because she is going to need this experience where she is going to possibly have to encounter a pissed off customer. How is she going to react to that? And those are traits that are going to help us build our character as she gets older. And so I want her to be able to spread her wings and fly. But again, this is going to be the last year that she's not that next year she won't be a teenager, but this is her last summer for herself. I want her to enjoy it, and so we're on the fence. But listen, it doesn't matter now. She signed the paperwork and she'll be starting this Saturday.
Mm.
so
Hey.
so I mean,
Congratulations, insurance. You're
it's
worth
yeah, yeah, it was very very touching. She she was telling me that during the interview, about how the lady who was interviewing her had asked her, if she had any influential people in her life. And she was like, oh, yeah, like without skipping a beat, she was telling me, she's like, oh, I was telling them about my mom. And
Oh,
she was talking to me, but I wasn't facing, I was doing something. I wasn't looking at her. So I was over there trying to hold
right.
it together because I can hear, oh, look, I wasn't crying. I was
Yeah.
holding it together, but I didn't want her to hear me. I'm very bad about sharing some emotions, especially crying and stuff, because probably the military in me makes me look weak, right? And so listen, we'll talk about that later. The Lord is still working, anyways.
For
I
sure.
could hear her telling me what she was responding to the lady, and she was saying that my mom literally works from the moment her feet hit the ground till she gets into bed at night. That is it. From the moment she wakes up, because I'm up at 4:45 in the morning. I am at the back gate at Lackland at 5:50. I am in my seat at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Like I'm hustling. I'm hustling, and that's because I want my kids to have a good life. But the moment I get out of work, I'm beating feet through the parking lot to get into my Camry to take a 40 minute drive home, just so I can come in, get everybody kisses really quickly, and I'm straight to cooking because my husband has to leave, and I'm about to take care of my man before he gets onto the road. You best believe
Yeah.
mama's gonna come in and he gets a hot meal every single day, without excuse. And so that's just me. That's my duty as a wife. I find that very honorable.
Hmm.
Submitting to my husband's leadership and obedience to the Lord. Listen, we don't all have the same perspective, but that is my man, and I will be taking care of him 24/7, regardless of whatever happens. So
Amen to
I'm
that.
getting him taken care of. I'm making sure my kids are eating. I'm doing laundry. I'm outside going to be mowing the lawn as soon as we're done here because I got things to take care of in my home. And so she was telling the lady about how my mom does so much on top of having just, retired out of the military. She's constantly doing super cool stuff for the government. I don't know what she does, but I know it's super cool stuff. And so she's talking me up to this lady, and I'm just like, sometimes you don't think about it till your kids kind of bring it into perspective because I don't know. I'm just living, I'm just doing what I do. But
Right.
she told me one day after I picked her up from youth, she's like, "Man, mom," she's like, "You are by far the hardest working person I know, like hands down. I am so afraid to become an adult because of you." I was like, "Oh, that makes me feel terrible." She's like, "I don't know how you do it," and I was like, "God, that's it, God."
Oh,
I
don't
said, "I
feel
do a
terrible.
lot of praying, but
Yeah.
kind of." But I mean, just to keep in line with the parenting topic, it's on the fence. Do you want to let your kids work? You want to let them enjoy their last summer being a kid? Because once they get that age, is boots on ground. You are out in life, doing your thing, learning how to hustle. My hope, right? I think we all hope that our kids can learn from our hustle, so that you can see you want these things because her goal, because I'm giving her the goal. She has to raise $1,000. That means she's going to be working her booty off because we will be helping her purchase her first car. She needs at least $1,000 to put towards it. I'll pay for the rest of it. That's fine, but she will be paying us a monthly payment. And that's not because I'm a jerk, but that's because I want to hold her accountable for the things that she's going to earn in life. And I don't want to build a sense of entitlement in any of my children. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. I want
Exactly.
you to want other people to respect the thing that you worked for, that that your blood, sweat, and tears went into this vehicle, just like my blood, sweat, and tears come into my home. And you'll see it through my children, through my family when they step outside of the home. You already know who the Lopez family, represent. That's Jesus. I'm just saying. But listen, you know,
Well,
what do you
no,
what do you want to what do you want to do for your kids? What are y'all thinking?
well, you know what? We just talked about the benefits of hard work, and that's one of the benefits. Your daughter able to speak highly of you because of the benefits of your hard work, right? You know what I'm saying? There's other benefits that come along. There's the physical, there's the motivational, there's the tangible benefits that actually come along with hard work. I'm Me personally, where it says, should I push my kids to work or let them enjoy their summer? What summer? What summer? What summer? It's summer 9 months out of the year in California. Guess what? You're going to school. You're going to school because I went to school, and not only that, because we want you to go not only go to school, but you're going to get college credits while you're going to school in the summer. And I look, man, oh man, my twins,
Oh, okay. So summer school.
yeah, some well, so
Oh,
they go to summer
interesting.
school, but some summer school programs also have college curriculum where they can get credits, and
Dual
if they
credit.
do that all the way through the beginning of eighth grade through 12th grade, when they
Mm-hmm.
graduate from high school, they can also graduate with their AA, right?
Right.
So, and that's the plan we got in motion, and ain't no turning back. Now, we've been telling my children this game plan since they graduated from elementary.
Mm-hmm.
Some form in their head, they didn't think we were serious. So when we were like, they was like, okay, so you guys about to graduate? They about to graduate from junior high,
Mm-hmm.
or middle school, I guess it's called, and it's not called graduation; it's called culmination now. So, graduation still. And me and their mother, well, my wife, we were like, so this is where you're gonna be going in the summertime. It was like summertime. It was like, yeah, and they had the Debbie Downers. I was like, but we told you this through your whole educational experience from elementary to junior high through junior high. You're going to be going to school to get college credits. It was like, but
Mm-hmm.
what if you want to work? You can work too. Guess what? You're not going, you're only going to be going to school half of the day. The other half of the day, you can go. But and on the weekend, if you want to have fun, you can. Because here's the thing, it's like I get you want to have a life, and you can have a life, but everybody has boundaries, and you have those boundaries within those. You have that because what it'll do, it allows you to have that structure when you get older to be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, I know I have free will to do this, but if I really want these benefits of hard work, that I can't do because this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And they don't know it right now, but when they graduate from high school, when they graduate from high school with the AA, all they got to do is go 2 years and they get their BA. They won't know, they won't realize it, but their parents didn't
Mm-hmm.
set them up for success as long as they stick to what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
And for that, they'll already be ahead of their peers. Now, we'll
exactly,
say this: I'm not the type of parent who's gonna sit there and try to push a kid out of my house. Out of my house. That sounds terrible. We're not going to push our daughters out of our home the moment they turn 18 because I want them to be set up for success. I don't want them to have to be fighting and struggling and suffering like I was. I don't want
right.
that for them. But that also doesn't mean that I don't that having a little struggle, it ain't a bad thing. You do
No,
you could be on the struggle bus for a little bit, but listen, you ain't gonna be by yourself as you're going through it. And I assured my daughter that earlier because she was telling me that she was starting to get like, a little anxiety again. I said, well, you know what? You ain't gonna be alone. You won't
no,
be alone through any of this, so you don't have to worry about that. I didn't have that, but I'm gonna make sure you have that because I know where other people did me wrong, but I won't do you wrong. So
that part.
she tells me trust, and I said that's right because you already know that I got your back when it comes to helping you out. Like you ain't even gotta ask. I'm already right there. So she tells me when she's gonna go turn her paperwork. I'm sitting in the car, about to start my little word game, my little math games that I do because I'm a nerd. Anyways, so I'm about to
OG,
do my
what's your
math
take on
games.
that? What's your take
Huh?
on that? Oh,
Oh yeah, go
no, I was
ahead, go
talking to
ahead.
OG.
What do you
I don't
think?
really have a take on it. I think you guys covered it all.
Right on, right on.
What do you
But
think? If you were if you had a kids, they were 16, they're like, man, dad, I really want to go get a job, and you were like, what do you think? What would you do? What would you encourage them to do?
Well, summer school, in my opinion, is the thing you got to do when you're falling behind. If you're ahead and you don't need to go to summer school to get caught up, then you should be able to enjoy your summer because you worked hard.
Okay, okay.
It's
that's
their choice, though. Ultimately, I mean, what do you want to do, kid? If
yeah,
you want to go make some
Yeah.
money, let's go make some money. You want to play video games, play video games. You work your ass off, you deserve it. You don't work your ass off, you got to go to summer school, like Corey said.
yeah.
No, that's good. Like if your kid definitely, trucking through the school year and they're doing really good getting those A's and B's and you want to take the summer off, like by all means, because it ain't always gonna be like that.
No.
Um
Well,
and whatnot,
hopefully it
but
will, but it may
mhm,
not. Because I mean, here's the thing. Don said a good point. It's like you worked your butt. That we do need to have
Acknowledge that.
a reward system in place for
Hmm.
them.
Absolutely.
We want them to understand that hard work does bring benefits, right? Like
Hmm.
we just talked about. Um, and like I get that, but the thing about it is what I don't want because I know my kids. Once they're focused and they're laser sharp, like they're in a rhythm routine. But too much idle time, I'm like, why y'all not? Y'all know you gotta wash your clothes, this, and go to bed. They're like,
Hmm.
oh, I forgot about that. Like, no, we don't
Oh
forget
yeah,
about.
well chores are different. Yeah, if you got a set of chores and you're helping out around the house, like yeah, that's what you got to do. You don't get
Yeah,
a break from household duty.
So I was about to say, I
You get a
said,
break
maybe
from
I'm a
school
jerk.
and education.
This the summer don't stop. Household chores. These are things that
You're
get done
right.
daily.
Guess what?
This
yeah,
is
You're at
a
home. You're
daily
helping out at
push.
home more.
right,
Yeah.
Take out the
Yeah, for
trash.
sure.
Take out the
yeah,
trash again. Take it
Right.
out one
and
more time.
Stop being on the food. Get out of the fridge.
I
Yeah,
think that's my mama Ray who raised me. You know what I'm saying? She was like, if you busy, you can be doing something. If you lean, you can clean. And I be looking at my kids like sometimes I had to check myself because like they were off on Friday. Friday was an Armenian holiday for LA Unified School District. So I'm at home and I'm like, it's 7:30 and they still sleep. And I'm like, I want to wake them up so bad. And then I'm asking myself, well, why do I want to wake them up? Because I wasn't able to sleep that early on when I was out of school. Like even out of school, my mom was like, "Get up, you got to do something." I'm like, "But it's the summer league. It's summertime. No, get up and do something. Be
right.
active, right?" And I think that
That makes me feel
is
better because I don't let the kids sleep past 8:30. It's just
yeah. Well, shoot, but my wife got on me about that because she was like, because when she was young, she never got a chance to sleep
mm,
like she wanted to, and she didn't want to put our kids through that, and I could respect that. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But I'm like, look, that circadian clock kick in, boy. You better get up. You rise with the sun, damn it. You go to bed with the sun when the sun go down. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
They be
good
like,
thing to implement into a kid because they carry that into their when they get older. They just naturally wake up early.
yeah, that's
You're
me.
developing those
5
early
o'clock.
habits in life as a parent,
Hmm.
kids.
Ain't that a good thing? Those building those early habits that you don't realize you'll carry with you as you become an adult. I know I have an adult daughter who will just sleep through alarms, and I'm sitting here like, this is not the characteristic of somebody who is going to be successful in life. And I've told Dad, look, people are up in arms about sleeping through alarms, but I don't know. Maybe we're just built a little different. The alarm goes off, we get up. That's it.
I mean,
That's
I,
So
I
just because
that's
the
it.
military beat you into submission, and now you live a lifestyle of military reform, and it's
I
shaping all
I,
aspects of your life.
probably do, but I am
It's good
grateful for
discipline.
that.
I'm not knocking it at all. I like the
I'll tell you.
military structure, but yeah, they train you to be a certain way, man, and it's
I gotta say, I too,
parents.
I've got a pretty good track record. Ain't nobody ever say Bobby was always late for this. The,
Do you
it
devour your food
was,
quickly too? Like, do you
sorry,
find yourself when you're eating, you eat quickly,
I'm the last one to sit down and always the first one done. I'm not
right?
even kidding
Yeah.
you. Yeah, and it's I don't even realize it because when I come to that table, I ain't here to chit chat, baby. I'm here to eat, and we gonna.
That military training
I'll
too,
talk to
right?
you
Like,
when I'm done after I eat.
yeah, yeah,
I can't help it. Look. I probably could. I just don't realize it. It's so ingrained that
yeah.
I just don't realize it. You know what I mean?
But look, you know,
yeah.
but man, whew.
Man, this was a long episode.
No, we're not done yet because we still
I
got.
know we ain't.
Because
I can't wait.
my
Yeah.
thing is this, I've been waiting to talk about the
Dragon.
nostalgia of board games. Damn it! Look, we get in fights sometimes over Uno
It
over
get
here.
physical.
You know what I'm
Look,
saying? So OG, talk to us about it, brother. Give us the game plan.
Yep. As an adult, I find myself probably playing Uno more than any other game that I was playing as a kid. Right? one of those easy card games that you could take with you anywhere and you can bust it out and play it anytime with super
Hmm.
easy and fun instructions. I have the Rick and Morty edition, right? So it's got some cool like cartoon features like the Meeseeks and whatnot. It's very fun. But for the games I wanted to focus on were mostly like in 80s and 90s. Because there that was like the only games at the time were board games or card games, right? You either played cards, and for
Mhm.
cards, I was playing. My parents taught my mom and my grandpappy taught me how to play like the gin rummy and the rummy and the spades and all those other fun games with the cards like Go Fish and War and stuff like that were fun
Yeah.
games. But they had those board games too, man. And I remember two of the board games, and I have a list of other board games I'm gonna name off too. But two of them that stood out to me the most growing up was Monopoly. I really liked Monopoly, and it taught me a little bit about finances. And I really liked the game Risk because it challenged me as far as like trying to figure out how to conquer the world and stuff. And
Oh wow.
chess was another one, but I didn't get into chess until I was like kind of like a teenager, and I kind of became a little chess nerd. But
Hmm.
Mm.
those were just like some of the main games, right? A lot of the other games out there were like great games too. Scrabble, Starry, Trivial Pursuit was a good one. You know, what are some other ones? Help me think of some other ones. Mousetrap, Hungry Hippos, the monkey
Trouble.
ones.
What's the one that you got to pop up?
Yeah,
Yahtzee.
Trouble.
Yahtzee, Trouble
Yeah.
Trouble. Hmm.
with the
Uh,
dice. Yep.
Uh,
Connect Four was a fun one. That's kind of challenging.
Candyland
we
Candyland.
played Operation.
operate. Oh my
Operation.
god! I played
Yeah.
Operation with my kids about a year ago, and
Mhm.
they kept buzzing. But that one
Yeah.
was good. Life.
Mhm.
That board game.
Teaches you
Man,
about life.
yeah, a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know what we played a lot growing up. Me and my sisters did very basic game. We love playing Battleship.
Battleship was a good one. Yep.
Hmm.
I never got into
Skill,
it. I never got into
strategy.
it because I
Strategy.
didn't
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, So when I was a kid, strategies was like when I got older. When I
Mm.
just wanted to play for fun, like checkers. I was like, oh, there you go, and then
Yeah.
I lose every time.
Strategy
Hmm.
game. That's a strategy game, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'd have to say strategy games were probably my strong suit.
Hmm.
Even till today, like it's carried over into my adulthood. Like the games I be playing now on the systems are all mostly strategy games, and
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I found it challenging. Like I like the fun games that were general games, like Hungry Hippos when I was a little kid. It was just like a game where you gotta smash it down and get all the
Yeah.
marbles, right? And so like, it's not too challenging, but it's challenging, right? Like
yeah,
Connect Four, it was a simple ass game, but you had to kind of use your brain a little bit to figure out how to win this shit, you know? And so
Hmm. That's
like
true.
those games I loved, and the most was,
Yeah.
and that's why I think I was such a big proponent of Monopoly, right? And Monopoly is still around, and
oh
now
yeah.
there's so many different genres of Monopoly that they're making. It's
They
crazy, man.
even
But
got
That
a
is
Arena
crazy.
Monopoly.
Hmm.
right, yeah. So like, where would you guys? What are if you guys were to give me like your top three, and then we'll end it like that. We'll keep it short because we're running late. So for me, my top three games I would say was Monopoly, Risk, and chess. Right.
Mm.
What about you guys? What would you say are your top three games from childhood, even all the way up till today?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, either one of you guys. Fire,
Okay, so
ladies first.
last Monday when we got off the podcast, we played it because I promised the girls we would. We played a lot of Candyland. The girls love Candyland.
Yeah.
I did happen to catch Grace cheating. She decided to take out the girl with the snow cone, the girl with the because that's
Yeah.
the little piece that gets you the closest to finishing the game. I found out she took it out later. I was like, you little cheat. Um,
Fine,
but
fine.
definitely gonna be probably Operation, and then Uno's not really a board game, but we do play a lot of Uno.
Yeah, that
But
counts. Dominoes would count. Like,
Uno. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
cards, spades, if you love to play like spades or any kid game like War,
Hmm.
Dominoes.
dominoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dominoes.
Yes,
Hmm.
dominoes for me. Gin rummy. Me and my wife can play hours of that. And Uno. I literally had a note. Now I get my Uno cards from the Mattel store because
Hmm.
they got all kinds. So no mercy Uno. When my family came over, it was seven of us, and we played for 2.5 hours on
I
one
believe it. I
one
believe it.
hand. And
Damn.
yeah, the let me just say this. Uno brings out the best and the worst of competitive people.
Yeah, that does.
It's so amazing but competitive. But yeah, man, I really remember the times where I used to play with my pops. Like my pops taught me how to play dominoes when I was 5.
Yeah.
And ever since I like when I like I me and him would play like hours and hours of long. And it really I have a special place when it comes to dominoes. So I only play dominoes. Um I ain't gonna say I only play dominoes with certain people. I play dominoes with everybody, but I don't. I used to talk so much mess, so much trash, but now I just play for fun because it brings me a nostalgia moment when I play. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Yeah, dominoes is like one of the yeah.
I think
I
dominoes carried me through my teens, right?
mm,
Like once I became a teenager and started hanging out more uh with the black kids more, when I started hanging out with the black folks more, like started getting introduced to dominoes and stuff like that. It was a fun game. I remember growing up with my mom though. She was the one who taught me how to play spades. And
mm-hmm.
my granddaddy growing up, like, yeah, he taught me gin rummy, man. Those were like the solid games. But once I started hanging out with people in the teenager years playing games, it was all about the dominoes and how hard you could slam those dominoes. And
Bones.
when it was in my 20s, me and the Asian friends, man, we started getting into the poker tournaments, right? We were doing poker tournaments at somebody's house 2 or 3 days a week playing Hold'em.
Man.
And, now I'm in my 40s. I'll be gaming on basketball.
He said the board game turned to the digital.
Yeah, man, it's all on the, and you can play all these games on the consoles now anyway.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
could.
Monopoly, all these games are all on the
Uno.
systems. Yeah, it's
You were
you can
playing
play
Uno.
by yourself or with people too, man. You
Yeah.
don't even have to play against people. You could play by yourself if you want to.
We have a regular Uno, and then we have Star Wars Uno, and then Harry Potter Uno
Nice.
and stuff. So we like, you know,
Do
the
you
the, the
guys
nerds in our
Uno?
family.
One thing with Uno, right? There's a way that you can play Uno on Zoom, right? But you gotta use your own deck. It's very, very hilarious. But one day we should try that, y'all. Cause it's fun, but you gotta have the same deck. But I mean you just get the plain deck Uno. Cause the Uno has now went to next level where you can write what your Uno card is on some of them,
All right.
and like Uno on Uno attack, right? When you press
Yep.
the button and all the cards come out. So I have one card where it's literally everybody draw 30 cards except for the person who pressed the button. And it never fails. I always win whenever I get that card.
Mm,
Because nobody
that's
gets the
crazy.
card. Because that card that didn't have the swap hand deck. Because there's the new cards that have the
Hmm.
swap hand.
I haven't played
Yep.
either of these games yet, man. The
Yep.
one I played the most with the Meeseeks one is you get one that you can choose what color it is, and then they get 4 cards. So you
Oh
get to
yeah.
do both of them. But that's like the only change in the game that I saw with that one.
So right, so that's the +4 wild, and I remember we were talking about because you got to establish some house rules before you begin to play Uno, because if
Yes.
not, that I think that's where fights break out. It's like, listen, these are the house rules. So like our house rules, you can stack +2s all the way up until I think three or four. We'll limit you at 4. You're tapped out at 4. All right, that way the most you got to pick up is 8. But we don't stack the +4s because they're a wild, whereas the +2s are not. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
So
No,
we're like,
but
hey, +4 gets put down. Like, look, that's it. But those +2s, everybody slammed that +2 down. Like, not me today, bro.
yeah, I
Next.
got to see a couple rounds of this now, man. I want to see the machine that shoots the cards into the sky
Oh,
too,
the Uno
man.
attack.
Bro,
This
I
is
got
all
it.
Uno games. This is amazing. I had no
Come to
idea.
the pad, bro. We can play Uno. I'm telling you. My
I'm
kids,
pretty
they
good
do
at
it.
Uno, man. But if you got cards where you get to write your own shit, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm down with that.
We'll see. We'll see when I come up there to the LA area to come and see y'all. We'll play a game of
Yeah,
Uno.
we
We'll
can have a
see
full
see who
on
wins.
full blown
We're gonna have
game.
to record it so we can see
Yes,
the best and worst
yes.
out of everybody.
We can go live on it. We can play Uno
We go
live.
Uno
Yeah,
live.
yeah. I can have the camera pointed down at the table while
Oh
we
my
all
gosh.
playing. Oh yeah, that'll be amazing.
Oh my gosh. Where's Gmo? Gotta bring
Yeah,
Gmo with me so all four of us could play.
for
We're gonna
real.
do it for the 100th episode.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
100th episode. Oh, that's very
Coming
nice.
up, we got 5 more episodes until we hit that 100th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with that being said, y'all, OG, you got anything else for us, brother?
No, man. I want to just encourage everybody to find a game and get to playing. It's so much fun to be able to connect with people and challenge yourself mentally, uh,
Yeah,
and even physically. Right? You go out there, play some basketball or some football, or do
heck
anything.
yeah, get competitive. Get competitive,
Everything is a game, and that's the
man.
millennial moment. A game within a game, within a
A
game.
game within the game. With that being said, man, look, we kind of did a marathon episode
It
today.
was a
Yeah, that
little
was a good
long.
one.
Little long. That's
One
okay
Man,
though.
forty, nice.
That's all
Bobby,
right.
what can the people in the Bear County get from you?
Different things. Listen, if you like our content, like, subscribe to Technically Speaking, here to give you news that you can use. So happy to be with y'all tonight, even if you're watching the episode later. We appreciate you tuning in. Comment, let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear where our listeners are, or our watchers, whatever, are tuning in from and stuff. So if you like any of the content, make sure to follow all three of us, Bobby Lopez, Bobby.Lopez.5 on Instagram. And remember, continue to be a shining example and be a good parent for your children, for the next generation. And just remember, the world is full of nice people, and if you can't find one, then be one. That is it.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
good advice, man.
love that. You can't find one big one, damn it.
Yeah,
Mhm. I can't find a millionaire anywhere. You know what it looks like? I got to. No, just like, just kidding, just kidding.
level up.
Be that. Millionaire status ain't that hard. We're gonna need 2 of them. OG millennial.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe get from you, brother.
Yep, we're cleaning pools, man, and working our way towards a million. And you can contact me at OG Millennial here, O_G_Millennial, if you got some questions or want some prices on swimming pool maintenance or spa maintenance. And with summer coming up, you want to make sure that you check those conditioner levels, man, so you don't get the itchy skin. And also, if you guys want to see more content like this, you go to Millennial Nation Worldwide on YouTube or Instagram, and posting more videos and clips of stuff similar to what we're talking about here on this great show, Technically Speaking.
Yep.
What about you, Corey? Over to you.
Hey, so you know what I'm saying? It's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. Check it out. If you are looking to get into podcasting, because it's podcast over perfection, right? And if you're looking to connect with some people who you know that have a voice, go ahead, click right down there in the description and schedule an appointment with your boy. You know what I'm saying? My consultation is free. And then depending on whatever you want to do, we can discuss that pricing when you move forward. But look, the goal of podcasting is not just to sit around and talk. It's supposed to make you think, right? It's supposed to be able to have your team have a voice. All 3 of us have voices, and it's going to impact each and every one of the persons that it's supposed to be. That's why you need to do 3 things: like, comment, and subscribe. And the added bonus, share it to somebody. That way you can get and be a part of the crew that gives you news.
And you can
That you
use.
can use.
Yeah. And on that note, we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Please be safe.
Bye. Y'all be safe.